The extremely hot real estate market has fizzled out quickly. We went from insanity at the beginning of the market to what felt like an absolute halt. First, we saw our inventory rise pretty drastically as we also saw our mortgage interest rates begin to climb faster than we had seen. This put anyone thinking of buying on the sidelines, waiting to find out what was going to happen next. And this is just about where we have stayed since May. However, we did see a dip in the interest rates back in July, which did bring some buyers back into the market. But the interest rates would not stay there, and a pullback in demand began to happen again. And right now, we have seen our interest rates again drop. We are in the low sixes, which is helpful, but the question is, where is the real estate market headed for 2023? Now, to give a broad brush answer to that question would not be telling the whole story, because every one of the market sectors is responding differently to the current environment. Danny Court, principal and senior economist for Elliott D. Pollock & Company, said he expects housing prices to fall another 10 to 15% in 2023, which would provide a modest reversal in the Valley's affordability crisis. But he also said this, but it'll be nothing like the 2008-2009 housing crash. Home prices have skyrocketed by over 150% in the last 3 years, so a 10% decline only puts us back to May 2021 prices, and a 15% decline puts us back to March 2021 prices. So what does this mean for sellers? Well, they need to be patient. Gone are the days of getting multiple offers the first day over list price. We just don't have the same demand in our market currently. As we enter into 2023 in the first part of our year, this is when it's normal for us to see an increase in demand, as you can see from this chart showing the contract ratio. Every year, no matter what market we're in, demand always increases. In turn, at the end of the year, we always see a downturn. Again, it doesn't matter what type of market we're in. Now, while increasing demand is a great thing, we will also see increased inventory come to the market in the beginning of the year, which means that sellers are going to have more competition. This means that sellers will need to be very aware of what their smaller little submarket really looks like and be very aware of their pricing so that they can price their home accordingly. And even with a home that is priced well, homes right now are staying on the market for about 43 days before they get a contract. And what does this mean for buyers? Well, like I've said in a lot of my other videos, at this point in our market, the buyers have a lot of negotiating power. You can negotiate on price. You can negotiate on your terms. You can negotiate for repairs. You can negotiate for rate buy downs. You have the option to negotiate for so many things that you were not able to do prior. But remember when I said in the beginning that not all areas of the market are reacting the same? It is going to depend on the price point and location of every single home to determine how much negotiating the seller is going to have to do to get their home sold. As you can see from this chart showing all the different price points when they peaked and started to come down, homes priced at $200,000 and below actually saw their peak back in the second quarter of 2021, while the majority of the other price ranges between $200,000 and $1 million saw their peak in the second quarter of 2022, and the $1 million to $2 million price point peaked in the first quarter of 2022. Then you have the $2 million plus price points, which have not peaked. As the rest of the market has gone from seller's market to balanced market to buyer's market, now back to balanced market, the luxury market has really gone from seller's market to balanced market and stayed there. Now, that does not mean that they have not seen some prices come down, purely based on the balanced nature of the market. Homes that were priced high during the hot times of the market, if that same home priced now that high is not in tip-top shape, the seller is going to have to reduce their price and negotiate off of that price even further. The luxury market is still experiencing some inventory issues, which is very normal this time of year, especially in that $2 million plus price point. Many of those sellers take their home off the market during the holidays and put them back on when the new year starts. But overall, the luxury market is in a stable, balanced market right now, and we don't foresee it changing even when new inventory comes on the market after the first of the year. That is not to say that sellers will still need to be patient and be very well educated on pricing so that they can price their home correctly right from the beginning. They also have to know they will need to make any necessary repairs found in an inspection. Then, when it comes to new construction, that is a totally different story. Home builders are focused on their backlog and getting the homes that they currently have under contract and under construction closed. Many home builders are trying their best to hold on to their base prices and offering incentives like credits to the design center or maybe a lot premium reduction, rate buy downs, or a combination of all of them. But moving into 2023, most experts believe that home builders are going to have to start reducing their base prices. But before you think that these home builders are going to be losing a ton of money, You have to also keep in mind that they benefited from the unprecedented price appreciation over the last few years, appreciation in the range of 40 to 60%. And for those builders that don't want to reduce their base prices, don't be surprised if you see increased incentives or further rate buydowns. And when it comes to how things are going to go in 2023, the mortgage interest rate is really the key factor. And this will determine how much demand we do or do not have. Many believe we will see interest rates come down even further once we hit the middle of 2023, which would increase our demand. For now, everyone is waiting to see how the first quarter of 2023 goes. Most believe we will see a rise in our inventory and a rise in our demand, taking us back to a much more normal market, with homes that will sit on the market a little longer than what we were used to, longer than a day, and sellers that have overpriced their home will need to do at least one price reduction. Now, if you like this video, make sure you take a look at this one. If I can answer any questions, please feel free to reach out. As always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.